Why do some women center their whole lives around men? From the way they talk, the way they dress, the things that they do, everything has to be around a man's validation. It's nothing like they will never take a decision that has to do with them or anything that will bring them happiness. It's all about the man's happiness. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mariama. Welcome to Simply Being Mom 20 YouTube channel. I talk about relationships, I talk about family, friendship, all around topic discussions that are happening around the world, global topic. If you're interested in any content or any particular subject, don't forget to check out the playlist on this channel. It will take you to exactly where you want to be and where you feel comfortable staying around. So I also do cook and share recipes from my country and recipes that I saw online and like from other countries. I'm from Sierra Leone, West Africa, and I'm living in France. I'm a mother of two beautiful girls. So today I want to talk about something that I've been seeing online, making it round. That is male-centered women. Women that surround themselves, their entire being, around a man's perspective, around pleasing a man. What a man says this or what a man says that. In the meantime, let's get ready so that I can step out to go do something. So, So what exactly is male-centered women? I make some notes, so I'll be reading through. I have to find something that I can be putting my tablet to read to it so that I'll not be bowing my head all the time. But anyways, this is my own short explanation. What exactly is a male-centered woman? It's when a woman's life revolves mostly around men, whether it's about getting their attention, keeping their approval, or building her entire identity around the relationship. Her happiness depends on whether he's happy. Her self-esteem depends on whether he approves, and her goals are often put on hold for ease. I've seen this kind of situation, especially as a woman that was born and raised in Sierra Leone, West Africa, where women are taught that their entire being should be pleasing their man. Even if they are sad, you should think about your husband and making him happy. Your happiness is not a priority. And sadly, I've seen so many young girls fall into this trap in making their life centered around men. And most of the time, it's for the wrong men that don't even care to like return or say, okay, this woman is doing everything great to make me happy. Let me try to return the favor. This does not just happen overnight. There are reasons behind it. Society and culture often teach women from young age that their value is tied to marriage or being chosen. Upbringing plays a big role too. Some girls grow up in homes where they are taught to always pause, always adjust, always sacrifice. Like I talked earlier about my upbringing and from growing up in West Africa, what young girls have been told when you are growing up, that when you are fully grown and ready to get married, this is the things that you should be doing to please your husband, everything your husband. It's nothing about your own happiness or what makes you happy. Then there is self-esteem. Self-esteem also plays a role in women tying their whole lives around a man's existence. If a woman does not build a strong sense of self, she may look to men to give her identity and validation. I've seen women that don't have any identity whatsoever. You ask them what they like, you ask them what their choice of, livelihood, having fun, hanging out, everything has to be around the man. Like their whole being. Like they don't have a life of themselves. Some women live for a man in 2025. There's nothing wrong with falling in love and getting married. Being there, done that. There's nothing wrong with that. Falling in love, getting married, getting a divorce, do whatever you choose to do. But what I can't understand is when you are doing something like that, it should be with someone that is not selfish, someone that is also willing to like push you, forward, not someone that is going to look at that your naivety and your male-centeredness and use that against you and start pushing himself forward whilst you are crawling behind him like a lap or puppy dog. Sorry to say, but that's just the reality. But here is the hard truth here. Living this way has consequences. I don't want to open this thing also. I'm like trying to like pour it and it's taking my time. Excuse me. Everything in life has consequences. So when it comes to male-centered women, let me just give out few of my notes and what I think these consequences are and how it's going to affect them. You lose your sense of self. Like I said earlier, they don't have an identity. The identity is their husband and being a wife or being a girlfriend or being a fiance or being whatever position they choose to identify themselves in that situationship that they have going on. That is for them to decide, but that is how their identity gets faded and they have no form of self-respect or self-love or self-esteem for themselves. You may stay in an unhealthy relationship just to avoid being alone. There are some women that are very scared of being alone. I've seen women that have been all their life from one relationship to another. One relationship did not work out. The next thing you know, they are in another relationship. Not because like they actually fall in love so quickly, but some women can't just be alone. Like they can't really see themselves being alone for some period of time or some certain amount of time, just being alone, trying to discover themselves, what they are, what they like, and the things that they want a man to do for them, or the things that they can tolerate and not tolerate because they are not used to being alone. Some women are scared. The thought of them being alone scares them, especially if they are from, they have come out of a very toxic relationship, and then that other person, that narcissist that they just ended a relationship with, being it 3, 4, 5, 6 years. I don't know how long the relationship is. Like when that relationship comes to a old, and then the other person went ahead and get married. Some women feel that the best thing that they can do for themselves so that they cannot look as if they were the problem because their ex has already found someone and have moved on. So they have to go jump and be in a relationship. These women end up being male centered women because now that they have jumped into that relationship, they want to prove people wrong that you see, I'm also in a relationship. I'm not alone. Like someone tried to make it seem as if I'm very difficult in, you know, like staying alone by myself or just doing things that I love. So sometimes it gets to a point where women really, really need to work on themselves. I talk about my last video when I talk about self-love and handling a narcissist, how being alone or jumping from one relationship after a failed marriage or a failed relationship is a very bad idea because you have not totally healed. Unless you're a narcissist, okay, then go ahead. But if you are someone with your senses that are upright and you know what you are doing and you know what you want and you know that you deserve better, you're not going to jump into another relationship the moment one relationship ends. You want to take your time to evaluate the things that you like and the things that you can tolerate and the things that you cannot tolerate from a man. So jumping from one relationship to another is something that has to do with women that are, male centered and trying to do everything to please a man or to get a male validation. Like that is one thing that I hate. I hate seeing women like that. I hate it so badly when I see women making their whole identity about being a man, especially to a man that is not doing that to them. A man that is not bringing anything of significant growth or progress to their life ever since they come across that man. And don't get me started on, oh, he provides food, he provides clothing. Those are basic needs. Those are the bare minimum. A man paying the rents and feeding you and clothing you, that is what he should do. But aside from him providing those kind of things, because like a child like me from Sierra Leone, West Africa, we grew up with our fathers doing everything, paying all the bills. That is common. It's only that when you get to Europe and you find out that people are into these 50-50 things, and then it's really scary. But even at that, if you have a man that is paying the rent and paying the bills and making sure you guys are comfortable, of course you should do that. That is the bare minimum. That does not mean that he's your Lord and personal Savior and that is enough. Like there is nothing else he should do for you. Like you are very much okay with that little thing that he's doing, paying the bills, yada yada yada. So let's go forward with my notes. This is why I don't like making notes. But lately I've been all over the place. I'm working, I'm looking after kids. I don't have time to cram. Like I'm very good at that when I make videos. I just get things on my head. But now I don't have time for that. So that's why I'm making notes. I'll just on my phone and type and keep the notes up. So where was I? Okay. You settle for less than you deserve because you feel that without him, you are nothing. When a woman is scared of being alone, that is what she's going to do. That is why I'm against jumping into